space whatever. Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. I'm not going to lie, I have done some attempts and I've not been happy with them, so I've just not went ahead with it. But today is the last attempt. We're getting this video done, we're getting it uploaded, we're starting the channel. That's it. It's happening. So I thought that I would just, to ease in so that it's not like a ridiculously long video, I thought I would just do a little bit of a morning routine one. So I recently, like pretty much last week, decided that I am going to revert back to my morning routine when I used to work a 9 to 5 job. So at the minute I am fully online coaching. I have a lot of flexibility in terms of my schedule, which I personally have found to not be a good thing. A lot of people go on about the 9-5 routine and the restrictions with it, but the good thing about having a 9 to 5 job or any job where there's specific shifts and you need to be at specific places at certain times is that by default you have a built-in structure to your day. And I'm not sure if other self-employed people feel the same about this, but personally what I have found is that when that built-in structure doesn't exist, you need to then create those boundaries yourself, because every day looks different, or every day can look different in terms of your schedule. I just find that it uses up a lot of mental bandwidth to be constantly reassessing that, whereas when you're working 9 to 5 and you need to be at a certain location for a certain time or logged on to your laptop for a certain time because contractually obliged to do so, then I think you have less decisions to make, essentially, because you've only got certain hours to work with. So I decided last week, I was like, you know what, my 9 to 5 routine when I used to work in the corporate world, which was pretty much pre-COVID, and around that time, was I'd be up at 5 in the morning, 5:30 at the latest. I'd be in the gym by 6:30. I'd be out the gym for 8. I had half an hour to get ready, and then it was a 15-20 minute walk into work, and I was at my desk 15 minutes before I started. For me, that worked really well, because the reason I did that is because I cannot bear training at super busy time. So you will not catch me in a gym at 5 p.m. It's not happening. It sounds great when you go, or the pressure's off because you don't have a 9 to 5, but what that just does is, in my opinion, it leads to over planning, and over planning leads to delayed momentum. So in order for me to get some structure, I've just put in a 9 to 5 schedule as a non-negotiable now. So we're going to go in here. I've not been in this gym before. I used to train, the gym group is where the process all started. I used to train at the gym group in Glasgow when I got my first ever personal trainer. Let's go in. Let's see what they've got. Let's see what we're working with. We're going to do a gym session. I think I've got like a rehab session, probably about 45 minutes. Then we're going to go on a Tuesday, I'll look after my friend's dog because she's in the office in London. So we're going to go and pick up Apple. We're going to get some breakfast. We're going to go and pick up Lady. That's Apple's best friend. And we're going to go a nice long morning walk before we start work. Let's get to work. Passion fruit. Size of this banana. It's huge. We're going to have half of it in the shake, and then we'll have the other half on as a cereal. A scoop and a half, 40 grams of protein in. Apple, come. Apple, come. Come on, darling. Good girl, come on. This one needs to be kept on a lead because she likes to go and say hello to every dog that she meets. Sit. Okay. Is it nice? I'm going to go back down on Saturday morning or even Friday to do that walk again with Apple because there was so many blackberries that had now, I don't know what the word is, matured? I've got no idea. And I went to take down some Tupperware and pick them. I had to Google it to make sure that she could have one, and she could said like you're better washing them, but I was like, it's only one blackberry, she'll be fine. I have just made a coffee. I have calls starting in a couple of hours, so I'm going to actually start editing this video and get it uploaded. Hopefully it's not absolutely shit. If it is, then I'm sure I will get better the more that I record them. I've definitely found it beneficial going back to that structure where I wake up at 5 o'clock, I get a bunch of stuff done. I actually had a conversation with my client about this the other day, and I think that one of the things that I was really good at when I worked in the corporate world and I had a 9-5 was being in charge of my mornings and not letting anyone into that space until I had done everything that I needed to do that was in line with my goals and was going to ensure that I had the most productive day. So for example, I don't check my phone first thing in the morning because I think that then sets the tone for your day. But also, I think that it's really important that you prioritise your own shit before you prioritise anyone else's. If you don't anchor your morning, the world and everyone else will pull you into chaos if you let them in. And the morning time is like free time for most people. If you've got kids and stuff like that, it's a little bit different. I don't have that challenge, but if for most people the morning time is a time when you can literally get your shit together without anyone interrupting it before the day starts, before anyone else starts pulling you into their drama, their chaos. So yeah. So anyway, I've got 1% battery on this and I'm not charging it again. So I'll see you in the next one.